So now let's learn what is a spectrum. So there's a common observation that when a white light is made to pass through on a glass prism, if you take a photographic plate or photographic screen, we know that this photographic screen is sensitive towards the light particles. Therefore, when light particles falls on the photographic plate, you can see it with different colors. So that's the role of photographic plate. So as I mentioned earlier, when white light is made to pass through on glass prism, so this white light splits into several colors. So we know that it is indigo, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. Each color corresponds to a particular wavelength. If I consider uh, if I consider violet radiation, so violet color will have 400 nanometers. And if you consider red will be around 750 nanometers. Therefore, the wavelength ranges from 400 to 750 nanometers. 400 to 750 nanometers. So, whatever the pattern which we get on the photographic plate, when electromagnetic radiation, when I say electromagnetic radiation, white light is an example for electromagnetic radiation. When electromagnetic radiations are interacting with matter, so due to the result of these two interaction, whatever the observation which we get it on photographic plate, that pattern of wavelength, that we call it as spectrum. Pattern of radiation, we call it as spectrum. If you consider blue corresponds to a different wavelength. So therefore, in photographic plate, either you can see a continuous spectrum like this, having continuous colors, or it can be like lines or bands also. It can appear as a lines, bright lines, or you can see it as a bright bands having different colors. So each line or each band corresponds to a particular wavelength. So whatever the pattern which we get, that we call it as spectrum. So we can define spectrum as it's a regular pattern of wavelength that is observed on a photographic plate when electromagnetic radiations are interacting with matter. Thank you.